Hello friends, I am Krishna Kanjani from LG Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the online lecture series on kinematics and theory of machine. In today's session, we will learn about the basic fundamentals of friction. Okay, so in the previous session, we have learned about the basic introduction, what is law of static friction and what is law of dry friction. Okay, so in this session, we will learn about the limiting angle of friction, angle of repose, and we will solve one numerical based on this fundamental. Okay, so let's start this session with the limiting angle of friction. Okay, so the basic fundamental that when a body which is moving in particular direction, horizontal direction, due to existence of this external force P. Okay, so let's consider a body which is termed as body A, which is subjected to external force P. Okay, so the P is the external applied horizontal force and W is the weight of the body which is acting always in downward direction. Then the third force, now due to existence of this weight of the body, there will be always some amount of normal reactional force. Okay, so let's consider Rn is the reaction force which is acting perpendicular to the contact surface. Okay, so over here the contact surface is horizontal, that's why the normal reaction is in vertical direction. Now due to this Rn, that is reaction force. Okay, so now if we consider that P is the external force and W is the load. Now due to this P and W, due to combination of these two forces, there will be some resultant force. Okay, so let's consider R is the resultant force which is due to the combined effect of this external force P and weight of the body. Okay, so now this R, that is resultant force, will make some angle with this reaction force, and this angle is known as a limiting angle of friction. Okay, so over here from this diagram we can refer that the angle between the resultant of P and W and normal so over here we can simply say that the angle phi, this angle phi is the angle between the resultant. Now this resultant is of two forces, that is external force P and W. Okay, so now this resultant force is making some angle phi with the normal reaction, and this angle phi is known as an angle of friction. Okay, so over here we can refer this definition. Now from this fundamental, the second term which is come into picture, which is known as a coefficient of friction. Now in the case of friction, while we are studying the law of static friction and law of dry friction, we have learned that if we consider the F is the amount of limiting friction and we will take ratio of this amount of limiting friction to the normal reaction F upon Rn, then this ratio is always constant. Okay, and this constant term is known as a coefficient of friction mu. Okay, so coefficient of friction is nothing but also it is also termed as a constant, and this constant is the ratio of limiting friction to the normal reaction. Okay, so simply we can say that the ratio of limiting friction to the normal reaction between two bodies is denoted as mu and is known as a coefficient of friction. Okay, now third fundamental, that is angle of repose. This is the most important definition for GTU examination. So now over here, now what is this angle of repose? So let's consider a body which is resting on an inclined surface like this. Okay, so over here in this diagram you can refer that this body A which is resting on this inclined surface, and this inclined surface is making an angle alpha. Now suppose that initially it is in horizontal condition. In that case the angle will be 0 degree, we can assume. Okay, so now let's consider that initially the body is in horizontal condition. So now in that case the body will be in steady state condition. Okay, now as we increase the angle with the angle alpha, let's consider that at some angle, let's consider at angle as we will reach at angle of 15 degree, the body will be in this position. So over in this figure when the body will reach in this condition, the body will try to move in downward direction due to its self weight, and this angle is known as angle of repose. Okay, so now simply when we apply we consider that the angle alpha, that is the angle of inclination at which the body begins to move down to the plane, then this angle is known as angle of repose. Okay, so now let's consider at 15-degree angle, body will try to slide in downward direction. Okay, so now between 0 to 15 degree is the angle in which the body will not move, and in that case there will be existence of static friction between them. Okay, so now over here this angle is known as angle of repose. So over here this fundamental, that Rn, if you refer this diagram over here, so now over here from this diagram we can identify that if we take the W, that is the weight of the body, having two components, one component that is making an angle alpha, so let's consider with this alpha angle it is making a component that is W cos alpha. Okay, and the component which is not adjacent to the angle, which is termed as a sin alpha, so over here it will be W sin alpha. Okay, so now from this diagram we can say that Rn, that is normal reactional force Rn, which is perpendicular to the contact of surface. Okay, so when the body was in steady state condition while it is resting on horizontal surface, in that case we have assumed that Rn is in vertical direction. Okay, but now over here the body is inclined, so the reaction force will be also perpendicular to this inclination, so it will be perpendicular to this contact surface. That's why over here you can identify the normal reaction component over here. Okay, so now over here, so from this diagram if we consider the equilibrium, then Rn is equal to W cos alpha. Okay, so this fundamental will help us to solve the numericals. Okay, so let's consider one numerical. A body which is resting on rough horizontal plane is required a pull of 180 Newton. Okay, at 30 degree. Now first fundamental, they have given that body is resting on a rough horizontal plane. Okay, so let's consider that this one is the body which is resting on this flat and rough horizontal surface. Okay, now is required a pull force of 180 Newton, and this 180 Newton is applied at 30 degree angle. So over here we can sketch like this, that 180 Newton pull force that is existing on this body at 30 degree with the horizontal surface. Okay, and now with the help of this 180 Newton force we can move the body, or we can say that the body will just to move on. Okay, so over here when we apply this 180 Newton, the body will move in that horizontal direction. Okay, so over here let's identify the some fundamental terms. So for example, the first term, that is weight of the body. So whenever any body you will assume, then you have to always consider the weight of the body, and that component will be always in vertical downward direction. Okay, so the first component W is the weight of the body. Now due to weight of the body there will be a normal reactional force, and this normal reaction force will be always perpendicular to the surface of contact. Over here the surface of contact is horizontal, that's why the component is vertical. Then third component, let's consider mu, that is coefficient of friction. Okay, and the fourth fundamental, let's consider that due to this external force P, some frictional force is existing on this body, and this developed frictional force will be in opposite to the motion, or we can say in negative horizontal direction. Okay, so now let's consider one to solve this numerical, we have to consider the horizontal and vertical equilibrium one by one. Okay, so for first case, let's consider that resolving the forces in horizontal direction. So over here what will happen? So that due to, if you consider this 180 Newton force, then we can obtain two components. First horizontal component is cos alpha. Okay, so over here the cos component will be horizontal. So we can say that frictional force F is equal to, this frictional force F is equal to 180 cos alpha, or we can say cos 30 degree. Okay, so that will give us the value of 156 Newton. Now similarly we can resolve in vertical direction also. Okay, so now in vertical direction the component will be in upward direction over here, and that component will be sine alpha. Okay, so over here we can say that now for vertical forces there are three component of forces. First, that is weight of the body, which is in downward direction, normal reaction, which is in upward direction, and sine component of this external force, which is also acting in upward direction. Okay, so now for horizontal vertical equilibrium, let's consider that it is a combination of three components. Okay, so if you want to write down the equation, then over here we have to mention that W is equal to Rn plus P sine alpha, or we can say that 180 sine alpha, 180 sine alpha. Now in this equation, if we make Rn as active component, so now from this equation we can say that Rn is equal to W minus 180 sine alpha. That's why we can say that is W minus 90. Okay, simplifying these terms will give us the value of 90. Okay, so now from these relations we have from this equilibrium condition we have obtained two relations. First one, that frictional force F is equal to 156 Newton, and the vertical component, that is reaction force Rn, is equal to W minus 90. Okay, so now let's consider the third component, that is frictional force. Okay, so now we have simple relation, frictional force F is equal to mu into Rn. So if we put the value of F from first equation, that is 156 Newton, so over here 156 is equal to mu into Rn is equal to W minus 90. So this one is your equation number 1. Okay, now from this first condition, that when it is subjected to a pull force of 180 Newton, which is applied at inclination of 30 degree, the plane will just move it. Okay, so using this first condition we can obtain this relation. Similarly, we can obtain relation from the second condition. Okay, so now let's consider the second condition. Now what is the second condition? Now the second condition is, it was found that a push of 220 Newton inclined at 30 degree. Okay, so now we have to sketch another diagram in which we have to apply push force. Over here it is pull nature of force. Okay, so if we apply push force which is acting at 30 degree to the plane. Okay, so what will happen in that case? Let's consider like this. So in that case 220 Newton force, when it is applied at 30 degree to the plane, so in that case the body will just move. Okay, so now over here when the force is applied in negative x direction, then the frictional force will be applied in the opposite direction, or we can say it will be in a positive x direction. Okay, so now in this condition, let's once again apply the fundamental, that is angle of inclination, the equilibrium condition for horizontal and vertical. Okay, so first horizontal equilibrium. So for horizontal equilibrium, what we can say that now the cos component of this 220 Newton force, okay, that will acting in negative x direction, and the frictional force will be acting in positive x direction. So over here we can say that F is equal to 220 cos 30. Okay, so by solving this cos 30 we will get the 0.866. So from that we will get the frictional force F is equal to 190.5 Newton force. Okay, now let's resolve this component in vertical direction. So now over here the vertical component of this 220 Newton force will be in downward direction. Okay, over here you can refer this case. Over here the vertical will be in downward direction. So we can say in downward direction we will get the sine component of this external force, that is 220 Newton. So for vertical direction what we can say, Rn, for vertical direction we can simply say that Rn, or over here you can refer Rn is equal to W plus 220 sine 30. Okay, so this will give you that W is equal to 220 into sine 30, that is 0.5. So that will give you the relation W plus 110. Okay, so now the frictional force, we have simple relation F is equal to mu Rn. So over here we can say this that in this case the frictional force F is equal to mu Rn, and that is equal to 190.5 is equal to mu into W plus 110. So this is your equation number 2 from condition 2. Okay, now we have equation number 1 from the first condition, that is in that case we have used this 180 Newton data, and that was 156 is equal to mu W minus 90. Okay, so now from this equation number 1 and equation number 2, by solving these two equations we can get the value of mu and W. In this numerical we can obtain that by solving this equation 1 and 2 we will get that W is equal to 1000 Newton and mu is equal to 0.1714. So in this way we can say that if we resolve the forces in horizontal and vertical direction, then by applying simply these common rules, that the equilibrium in horizontal and vertical condition will help us to solve the numericals of frictional. Okay, thank you.